Are these things? Oh, they're like cricket balls. Hello, everybody. So we've just gone live, and I've just noticed that my notifications are still on. So let me see if I can turn this off. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Get back into here. All right. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome. So we're in a lovely park in the city of Leon in Spain. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to you too. It's a lovely afternoon, lovely autumn afternoon, very pretty here in the park. And Rich is playing cricket with some kind of fruit that we've just tripped over on the ground. I don't know what they are. They look a little bit like lemons, but I don't know what these things are. These things on the ground. Oops. Yeah, not sure. Hi, another Cynthia. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Tish. Welcome, everybody. Is there anybody I missed? No, I've got everybody. Great. Excellent. Lovely to see you all. Let's turn this camera around. Okay, so we're back on, what are we on? StreamYard. I have to tell you, I'm feeling a little bit unwell. So you'll have to sort of forgive me if I have kind of, mental lapses today. Because I'm feeling a little bit unwell, a little bit under the weather. I spent most of the night coughing and sneezing and spluttering up all night. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Alicia. All right. So here we are in this lovely park in Leon. There's a fountain over there. So let's go have a look at that. And then we'll head out. Our apartment, we just walked about 10 minutes, I think, to get to here from our apartment. And this is called Park Quevedo. So we're in Leon. We left Perlora 2 days ago. What is it? Wednesday. Yes, we left on Monday and arrived here in Leon on the evening of Monday. And I just really we haven't walked too far into this park, so I don't even know what this fountain looks like, but let's go take a look at it. Some of the trees are colouring up beautifully. The train ride was spectacular. Hi, Ronnie Lynn. Great to see you. So the train ride, we took the slow train and it wound its way through the mountains, small villages, lovely views, and no, Leon, Tish. It's in Spain, not Leon, it's Leon. It's an old Roman town. I'll tell you a little bit more about it from what I know so far that I've gathered. Oh, it's actually outside the park, so we can't actually go see it. But there we go. There's this nice fountain across the road over there. We are going to head down in the direction of the old part of town, and it's really quite lovely. So I think I'm going to show you a few things that will surprise and delight you. It's going to be a slow stroll because, as I said, I'm feeling a little bit yuck. Oh, look, we've got, who has these things? Hi, Neil. What do you guys call these things? They're not chestnuts, but they're, I think we call them horse chestnuts in Australia. And they're everywhere. You got to watch where you walk, otherwise you stumble on one and fall over. I think the Brits call them conkers, is that right? Buckeyes in the US. So yeah, there's tons of them back there on the ground. You got to be careful that you don't step on one and fall over. There's a few peacocks in this park. There's a rotunda. It's got this gorgeous afternoon light. Yeah, no, they're not acorns. Horse chestnuts, Tina, and welcome. So some lovely colours. I'm not showing you guys in Canada anything new. I know that. Hi, Natalie. Great to see you. Well, we've got a little children's playground here, so I'll try not to spend too much time pointing in their direction. Let's have a look over here. Lovely to see the pretty colours of the leaves coming out finally. He has a very loud, screechy voice, doesn't he? So yes, I just took a little detour through the park because it is so lovely, and just to take advantage. Oh look, there's a peacock. This person must be feeding it. They don't have their long tail feathers, so they must get trimmed or something. It does, doesn't it, Tish? It looks really gorgeous. There we go. There's a nice spot. If I can get the sun itself out of the way and just get it filtering through the leaves over there. There we go. What do peacocks eat? That's a good question. They're feeding them maybe bread. There's about 8 little old ladies sitting over there on a bench. I'm not going to point the camera at them, but they're all feeding them maybe bread. It's probably not real good for them, but anyway. And we've got a duck pond over here as well. Nancy says males only have long tails during breeding season. Oh, is that right? Then they drop them all. Well, there you go. I didn't even know that. But we walked through here yesterday. I think we saw three peacocks. I don't know where the other 2 are hiding right now. There's a big duck. Duck, duck. He's not going to let me get too close, is he? All right. Now, Leon is actually one of the traditional cities on the... Oh, there's 2 more peacocks over there, which is just steering me to have a look at them. It is a pretty duck, isn't it, Tish? Well, they're collecting those conker things. Yeah, I picked one up before. Richard's got a handful of them as well. Here we go. Here's a couple of peacocks. I haven't seen any peahens. How you going, guys? There we go. All right. Pretty colours over here. So Leon is one of the traditional towns, one of the original towns on one of the routes of the Camino de Santiago. Is there anyone here that doesn't know what the Camino de Santiago is? We're going to walk up this winding path and avoid these stairs. So for anyone who doesn't know, the Camino de Santiago is the way of St. James. And when it was discovered that remains of James the Apostle apparently were found in Santiago, it became a focus of pilgrimage. Oh, look at that. That makes a good shot. Yes, naturally it is. It's Leon. So Neil, you don't know the story of, you don't know about the Camino de Santiago. So the way of St. James. And that's what Paul was going to do. He was going to do it last year, and he was going to do it again earlier this year. And he was going to meet me actually here in Leon in about 8 or 9 days from now. But he's had mishaps every single time that have prevented him from doing it. It's a traditional pilgrimage. There's around about 9 formal trails or ways, caminos. There's the Portuguese way. Some of you may have seen Sean O'Rourke in Portugal, in Vigo. Well, actually, Vigo's in Spain, but he did part of the Portuguese way. Leon lies on the French way, so the route starts on the other side of the Pyrenees. It's about 800 miles, no, 800 kilometres, 500 miles from the starting point to the cathedral in Santiago de Compostela. which is the town in Galicia, right in the far northwest of Spain. I missed a few comments, I think. I thought that earlier too. We stupid ladies. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I missed something. It doesn't matter. So we're coming to the river here. This is the Rio Bernesga. And what we're about to cross is known as the Roman Bridge. So the city of Leon actually does have Roman ties. It dates back to the 1st century BCE. And that bridge there is called the Roman Bridge. Probably inaccurately, it was probably built in the 12th century, in the Middle Ages. But it is acknowledged that there would have been a bridge of some kind here crossing the river at this point, because this is the traditional path. So the river looks absolutely beautiful down there. Is it buffering for you, Natalie? I'm not getting any messages to say that I've got any problems. So it's generally acknowledged there would have been a bridge here. This is the Roman bridge of San Marco. And it's just a lovely pedestrian bridge, particularly at this time of day. Okay, I'll let it pass, Natalie. That's fine. Not a problem. There we go. Beautiful. The river's just lovely. Listen to the sound of the water. Just gorgeous. And the autumn colours are starting to become more apparent along the riverside as well. And then looking upstream. Here we go. Very pretty. Leon, Leon. So Leon means lion. We don't know why the city is called Leon, but we do know that it means lion. There are some statues of lions at various points around the city, and almost every plaque and drainage, you know, those iron grills you find on the ground for various services, they all have an image of a lion on them. So the lion is the mascot, if you like, of the town. Okay, no, it was for a bit. Excellent, good. I'm glad it's back. Look at this, isn't this so pretty? It's beautiful. And we've seen lots of birds around here. We've seen European magpies, which are very different to Australian magpies. We've seen egrets or herons, one or the other, around the river. And what I'm going to do is take you over to the plaza in front of us, and then we'll take a little walk along the river through the park. Just a slow, casual walk to enjoy the afternoon, the lovely soft light at the end of the day. This river obviously floods. You can see evidence of flooding and how wide the river must be. Tina, did you ask me what time it is? Thanks, Tish, for answering. Okay. So this was a Roman outpost. Apparently there was gold mining in this area, and no, not mining.
Yeah, gold mining. And it was trading stock.
It was a trading post, yeah.
Also for security of the gold being shipped.
So there was a fortress here because of the gold, basically. And we can see the lovely colour on the wall over here of the Virginia creeper, I think that is. Neil, Lynn, it was you that said the Spain time was same as Germany because politics. Is it still that way? Yes, it is. It is, Neil. Spain still has the same time as Germany. Hello. Hola. Now, this here. Does anyone want to have a guess at what kind of building this is? Any guesses as to what the purpose of this building is or was when it was built and what it is now? Post office? Not a post office. This used to be a convent. And it was the first convent was built on this site again in around about the turn of the millennia. So around about the 11th century it was built. The sister of, I probably have this fact incorrect. I did a lot of reading today. I think it was the sister of the captain of the town. What would you call him? Magistrate. Anyway, she wanted to have a place to look after the pilgrims because this was already the pilgrim route back in the 900s. So it was first built as a convent and a monastery back then, and then it was replaced in around about the 1200s. But you can see the beautiful, beautiful decoration on the outside of the building. Okay, it's not a palace, it's not a city hall, it's a hotel. And this decorative work on the outside of the building is called, I think it's called Paterique or Pastorique or something like that. And it basically means in the style of the silversmith. So you've got all this beautiful, intricate, ornate detail on the outside of the building. So this is a plush hotel, and it's owned by the Paradors Group, which is a Spanish group of luxury hotels in old buildings. Sorry? Five-star hotel. There we go. It's not bad, is it? Not bad digs. So I'm not sure if I'll be allowed to take this into the foyer. I might see, there's someone reading the plaque that I want to read. Yeah, but someone in front of the plaque that I want to read. Okay, we can go over to this one here. So this is San Marcos de Leon, and it was founded as a convent and hospital in the 12th century on the banks of the Jacobean Way, which is the Camino de Santiago. And in 1175, it became part of the Order of Santiago. So today it's a hostel of San Marcos. Continues to welcome travellers from all over the world. There we go. Pushing me out of the way, says Tish. Yes, very wealthy ones. So we get a little look in there. But what I am going to do is I'm going to try and get you into the museum, which is just up along here. And from there we'll be able to get into the cloister. So fingers crossed, everybody. We'll see if we can actually take you inside this end of the building. So it's got some rather sinister history as well. It was used during the Franco era as a prison, basically. I think it was actually termed a concentration camp for a while. There was something like, torture chamber. Something like 7,000 people imprisoned here at one time. So there was a lot of cruel stories associated with this building as well. So anyway, let's see. There's this really interesting semi-relief on the outside here. And of course you've got the scallop carvings, which are all to do with their markers for the Santiago the Camino. I told you my brain's not working very well today. The Camino de Santiago, of the Way of St. James. Okay, so let's see if we're going to be able to take you inside here. And also if the signal holds, if there's any chance that the signal's going to muck up, we'll dive straight out again. But we'll be very quiet as well because we're going into what was formerly a church. That's the exit. This is the entrance. So we're going to be very quiet. Okay. I'm going to keep the talking to a minimum and we'll make our way out to the cloister. But let's have a look at the ceiling. Okay, there's someone praying there, so I won't go any further. We'll go out this way. Now, there was a sign the other day saying that there is a security camera and possibly an attendant. We may get hustled out of here, I'm not sure. But this part is the museum. It has gravestones and crypts. We're going to go straight out to the cloister. All right, here we go. And here we have, it's all in stone. And look at the arches up there. They're just gorgeous. Beautiful arches. And then inside the garden you have a really manicured space. Yes, that's absolutely true what you guys are discussing at the moment. I won't speak aloud on the topic. Apparently different people in Spain have different opinions, so we will stay out of that. That's the entrance to the hotel in there, and you can actually see over here, this is some sort of common area. There's tapestries on the wall. It's very dark in there, so we can't really see much. But there's tapestries on the wall in here. That's part of the hotel as well. And then this is an entertaining space, so they can set up tables out here. But look up here. Okay, just want that to expose for that. There we go. I think it's a bell tower. Is that the bell tower up there? Maybe. It's gorgeous, isn't it, Natalie? This guy's obviously a bishop. And we've got this sort of really easy to walk on stonework here as well. Tish says, wonder how many people who stay here know the history of the building. That's true, yeah. That's right. And the first person to be imprisoned here, I forget what his crime was. And he was here for something like 3 years in a cell on his own, starving, cold. Where did I see his memoir? Was it in that room back there? I think it was. Yeah, I'll just wait for these people to get past. So yeah, there's some really nice. Look at the chandelier up there. All right. I think we've probably just about seen enough in here. Since I don't have too much more to tell you, we're just looking at interesting features, basically. We'll walk through the centre of the garden and then out through the other side. We might catch a glimpse of one of the crypts. But Yeah, look at the arches up there. It's such a pretty building. So lovely, so beautiful. There we go. Moss images. Okay. All right. So we're going to head back out. There are some more features here, like this one. This one tells you about life in the convent. Just briefly, it says in San Marcos, as in all Santiago convents, the rule of Saint Augustine was followed and 3 types of members were accepted. Married friars, authorised to reside with their families, celibate friars, warriors of a more severe life, and religious friars responsible for their spiritual life. So really that just tells you more about how they were expected to look after each other and give up the trappings of wealth and observe poverty and all that sort of stuff. I don't know what this little room was meant to be. And then this stonework here is quite intricately carved as well. If I'm getting buffering, I did forget to turn my camera to focus, do not disturb. So apologies if there's any little interruptions at all.
Inside the museum, you can take video, only pictures.
Oh, okay. I'm going to walk you straight outside.
Of the runs of the museum, video recording is not allowed.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. I'll just head straight outside.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. As I expected, he was busy when we came in, so I didn't get a chance to ask, but that's okay. We're going straight out. All right. So, wonder if it would have made any difference if he knew that we weren't videoing. If I said we're not actually videoing, we're live streaming, would have that made a difference? I don't know. All right, so I think this was one of the hostels attached to the convent in those days, back in those days. And then over here, more of those shell shapes that are associated with the Camino. You might have ended up in the torture chamber. Oh, dish. Oh, don't even joke about that. That's pretty. Look at that. There we go. Now I'm going to take you over here and show you this amazing statue. It's really, really quite interesting. And in front of it, there's a plaque that indicates the 2 ways that intersect here. So we have the French way that I mentioned. Here, this guy here, look at him. And Laurie, hi Laurie. Doubt it would have made a difference as live stream today is tomorrow's YouTube video. Yeah, I know. They don't always know that. Yeah. Anyway, I got out of there. As soon as he told me, I got out of there. So this one here talks about the Caminos Jacobios. Jacobios? Which is telling me which way I need to orientate myself. So here we go. And you can see the scallops in each corner, which are the sign of the way of St. James, the Camino de St. James, Camino de Santiago. And it's showing here that we've got the Camino Frances and the Camino San Salvador that intersect at this point. And the rest of it's in Spanish, so that's not much help to us. But all through the streets, we will come across these little shells in the pavement, indicating that we're following the way. But we'll have to save that for another day because I'll be doing a little part of the Camino next Wednesday. No more, no more surprises left. So Paul was supposed to be here. We were supposed to do it together. He couldn't make it. So I'm going to try and get him on live. We've had a bit of a practice run. And I'm going to have a bit more of a practice run with him tomorrow. So by next Wednesday, he should be able to join me as a guest on my stream. So for today, let's head down and walk through the park and walk alongside the river. See what interesting things we can find down on the riverside. This is a lovely big square, and you can just imagine they must have outdoor events, I would imagine, in this square. What do you think? Perfect spot for it. Are there apps that translate when you point at text? Not live on the spot like that, Neil. I've been able to take photos and through my Photos app later at home on my laptop, I've been able to extract text and translate it. But I haven't found anything that does it live while we're doing it, so to speak. All right, so we're going to struggle down this pathway here. I think it's a bit easier at this point. Yep. And we're going to go down and have a look. We think that these are different kinds of bulls and bowls and different kind of green bowl places. This one here has a sign that says Bolara San Marco, so that must be a particular kind of game, particular kind of bowls game that's played here. So we're going to come back on the weekend and see if there's any kind of tournaments in progress on these what would you call them? Parks, I suppose. Playing ground, yeah. Laurie says, shame Fran is not too far away, but I think I contacted him. I contacted Francesco. Laurie, he was busy with a personal tour. He's not going to be, because we're actually going to San Sebastian after Leon. And I think that's where he is located. He apologised and said he's not going to be back until after we've already left. So this is a pétanque ground, this one here. So the French game of pétanque. And then we've got another little playing ground here for some other kind of game, which calls itself Billar Romano. So no idea what these games involve. He's in Pamplona, is he? Okay. Which I think is not too far from San Sebastian. But yeah, he's down in Barcelona doing an in-person tour at the moment, and wasn't going to be back. Wasn't going to be back up here until after we've left. So didn't quite work out, unfortunately. All right, so I'm debating whether to take you along the waterfront, but I had a terrible signal down there the other day. So I don't want to lose you. There's an interesting painting on this wall, so I'll at least take you down and show you that. So we're going to be here till the 31st. We leave here on the 31st, and the 30th is my birthday. So when I do that stream with Paul, it'll be my birthday. So who knows what sort of shenanigans we're going to get up to. All right, so we're not sure who these two people are. Any ideas, anyone? Any suggestions? Maybe they're Spanish people and they're just we just don't know who they are. Are you going to Barcelona? No, Neil. We've been to Barcelona once many years ago, and this time we focused on places that we've never been before and different parts of the country. Happy early birthday. He's Spanish? You reckon he's Spanish? Yeah. So we don't know who these people are. It says Dia Internacional del Pueblo Gitano. International Day of Pueblo means town. Maybe these people are mathematicians. Here we are. They're quite good, aren't they? Okay. Will I chance the signal down here? I went down to one bar walking along here the other day, and I'm just not sure whether I should chance it because we have to go a fair way along there until we might cross on this low river. Let's cross on the low bridge. Beautiful afternoon. That sun coming through the leaves, as Tish said, it just looks gorgeous. We've seen people in kayaks on the river here below the moving water, where it smooths out and is more still. We've seen people kayaking, and Natalie, that was my first thought as well. But I don't know. Who really knows what he looked like? Natalie says Jesus. Tish says street art honouring mathematicians. Very cool. Yes, it is, isn't it? All right, so when we come back on Sunday, I've scheduled another tour, walking along the river and then into the city streets. That'll be on Sunday afternoon. So what we'll do is we'll walk along the river's edge here on that day, a bit further downstream, and then head off into where the walking precinct in the city itself is. Yeah, we're just pausing because it looked like that lady was feeling a little uncomfortable with me having the camera pointing in her direction. So we'll just wait a moment. What are you pointing at? Oh. So there we go. And there's one of those European magpies down there. Let's see if we can see it. It's on that little island of rocks in the middle of the stream. There's two, in fact, two of those European magpies. I can't zoom in on this camera using this app, so unfortunately I can't get you any closer than this. But there's another walking bridge, then there's a vehicle bridge, and then up this way we see the Roman bridge off in the distance. There we go. And the sound of the water is just lovely and soothing, isn't it? So when we come back on Sunday, I'm also going to I have a bit of a special treat for you as well. There's one up in the tree. There's a Gaudi building in Leon. Why did you go back to StreamYard? Neil, I'm on the live stream events channel today. So the reason I use the live stream events channel is to build up. Go that way? Yeah, right. What river is this? It starts with a B. Bergezno, is it? B-E-R-G. And then I'll get back to Neil's question in a second. Richard's just Googling it. No, not it's not one of those. Bernesga, Bernesga. So, Neil, I was asking why I've gone back to StreamYard. It's not a case of I've gone back to it. It's just that when I do these Where Am I Wednesday tours, I'm doing them on the Livestream Events channel. And when I do the rest of my tours, I'm doing them on my own Explore with Lynn channel. At this point in time, I can only connect one channel to Prism. I have not figured out a way to connect two channels. So I'm going to continue doing Where Am I Wednesday on the Livestream Events channel because I'm trying to build up a community there. As you've probably noticed, I have all our guides that are on the calendar are featured, and we also have the playlists for each individual guide as well. So we're really just trying to build up a community there, and so I am using this to live stream so that we can try and get more followers, more subscribers to this channel. Okay. In the meantime, I am still trying to figure out how I can connect manually, but it's quite technical and I haven't succeeded in making it work yet. You've got to know strings of numbers and copy and paste in keys and all this sort of stuff, and I haven't made it work. So, hi to Rick. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Fibonacci code. No, not quite, but yeah. So, this is another view of the Roman Bridge. Quite lovely at this time of day. And as I said, I'm just taking it a little bit slow this afternoon because I'm feeling a little unwell. So I didn't want to go all out and cover a lot of distance and then have to find my way back home again. So this, for those who missed it earlier, this is the Roman Bridge of San Marco. And this forms part of the Camino de Santiago. It is part of the route. No, we'll go back that way. Already taken them up here. Oh, we'll go up onto this next level up. Yeah, okay. I'll take you one level higher, just so we're up a little bit higher to see that view of the bridge. I'm winging it a little today. Then I feel the same as you today. In the middle of the night, I woke up and I'm glad I had the tissues handy. That's all I can say. I was a bit of a mess at 2:00 this morning. And I've got a raspy throat now. So yeah, I've taken it easy for most of the day to try and rest up a little bit. Thanks, Neil. And I'm just trying to figure out, can we get back to the railway line and those coloured domes from here easily, or is that a bit far? It's a long way. Okay. The railway station in Leon has just been renovated, and it's got some really cool coloured glass domes that look down from the street level down onto the platforms, and they're in a series of rainbow colours. So you've got at one end it's purple, it goes through from red, orange, yellow, and so on. All along the street, you can walk between them. I'm going to try and figure out a way that I can work that into the Sunday tour because it's really, really very cool. Tina, are you a bit under the weather as well, are you? Sorry to hear it. It's the change in temperatures, I know it. We went from, how long ago was it? It was only about 3 or 4 days ago. It was 28 degrees. Oh, that reminds me, someone did ask the temperature, didn't they? Right now it's about 15. It was 8 degrees this morning when we headed out. 18. Oh, it's actually warm.
Go for a swim.
Rich is offering to go for a swim. What do you say, guys? Been on the tour since the beginning but did not feel like typing. I totally understand, Tariq. No problem. Here we go. This is a lovely view with the soft colours in the sky in the background there. Seems like everyone's suffering from change of weather.
I feel okay.
Well, don't brag about it. Richard says, I feel okay.
I feel great.
Yeah, the change in temperature, I think, is definitely what does it. There we go. Very pretty. All right. So we thought we might finish up at one of the bars around here, but it's a bit of a boring walk. We can take you up a little bit further along the river, but then we might finish up. Yeah. I thought we looked in that and it didn't look that great. Is that right? Yeah, it's called the Gentleman's Bar. I mean, that doesn't sound very inviting, does it, ladies? Bar Caballero. Gentleman's Bar. Right. Should I be offended? What do you think? I agree, Tish. I'd need at least one nice red wine. Medicinal red. Medicinal red. All right, so I think we might finish up. Let's go a little bit further along here. We'll find the street that we're going to walk up, and then I'll finish up. Yeah, lots of pretty colours starting to come out, which are gorgeous. Everybody here not feeling well, eat chicken soup. Yeah, but it's not easy for me to make while I'm travelling. I don't have all the ingredients on hand. I suppose we could, but hopefully by tomorrow, which would be when it would be ready, I'd be feeling better. I'd hope. Anyway, it is a good idea, Ronnie Lynn. It's a very good idea. Tish suggested substituting peacock. I think the duck might be better, Tish. None in a can. All I've seen so far has been stock. I haven't really seen canned soup as such. Well, not that style anyway. We've had a couple of microwave dinners, which are the bean stews with a little piece of chorizo, which are very good for, microwave dinners, I have to say. Much better than what I'm used to back home. Yeah, why is the fountain going? Is it just constantly running, is it?
Yeah.
As an Australian, that's not something I'm comfortable with. Any soup will do. I bought some chunky country vegetable soup today. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea, Tariq. We should have a look in the supermarket and see what soups are available. You want to go a bit further? Okay. Now they're all joking about peacock soup. Is anybody familiar with the Ben Elton book, Stark? Has anyone read that book or seen there was actually a telly movie, I think, or it might have even been a telly series with Ben Elton and the young, very super rich, wealthy person who wanted to get on the Star Ark to escape from the dying planet, was talking about how he wanted to have swan soup because no one else is having it, and that would make him special. Very, very weird concept. Stark, Tish. It was called Stark, Star Ark. I think it's still on YouTube. It's very weird.
The earth is polluted and all the billionaires
That's right. Yes, all the wealthy people manage to get themselves onto a.
are going
They're going to leave the planet because Earth is polluted, and the environmentalists are trying to hold them to account, but it all goes pear shaped. Peacock soup sounds very medieval. There used to be a show on, was it like a Channel 4 on the UK? One of those UK shows with that Sue. I don't know. Anyway, I think she was a historian, and they were making medieval meals. And some of the meals they used to come up with were absolutely fascinating. I think this was before Blumenthal, Heston Blumenthal. This was actual medieval meals. It all goes pear shaped here. All right, I'm going to finish up here because this is just suburbia, basically, that we're going to walk through and then go find a bar. So let's turn the camera around. Where are we? Camera. And I promise, Neil, I am trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest to get fully onto Prism. So that's my aim. That's my goal. I definitely will get us there somehow. These people are waiting for us to cross the road. So we're working on it. We've made it this far, as in we're halfway there. And Sunday we'll be on Prism. We'll get there. We will get there. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of myself for getting as far as I have, finally making it work. And you guys are all talking about chunky peacock soup with flying pears. That's because I was talking about something going pear-shaped. A museum did a few weeks ago a demonstration of Tudor Food Day. Sounds really interesting. Okay. I learned so much. It's a case of when needs must, Neil. When needs must. All right. I'm going to let you all go. And hopefully my nose didn't let me down. All right. See you all, everybody. Thanks, Joanne. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, hopefully feel better. A couple of glasses of red. All right. Bye, everybody.